I'm fine, thank you. I think it's probably is my second or third class with you.
I believe you're right. And for anyone who doesn't know me yet, my name is Michaela. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm back in my home state, and that's my flag. So I just made a trip home. I'm home for the holidays at least, and I'm doing really well. And today we're talking about animals. And new student, Massimo, welcome to class.
Thank you. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing really well, Massimo. How are you?
Fine, fine. Thank you.
Where are you from, Massimo? I think this is my first time with you, right?
Yes, yes. The first time in your lesson. And Italy, from Italy.
Awesome. What part?
Sorry?
What part?
I born in North Italy, in near Venice.
Very
Near.
cool. Well, we're glad to
Yes.
have you here with us today. We're talking about animals. So to get the class started, I'm going to ask a fun question and then we'll go on to a couple other exercises. But my first question for you guys is, if you were an animal, what animal would you be? Anna, what do you think?
Won't I be elephant?
Why would you be an elephant, Massimo?
Yes, but because it's very big, don't have afraid scared of nothing.
True, true, except for
Yes.
mice.
Yes, yes.
All right, thanks, Massimo. Anna, how about you?
You're welcome.
What animal would you be if you were an animal?
I have a dog. Sorry.
Was that a
Sorry.
phone?
Yes. But my
I love the ring.
husband,
It's crazy.
yes, my husband is in the ground floor. It seems that he doesn't hear. Sorry. I have nowadays I have a dog. No, sorry, two dogs. One is a pit bull, American Terrier, or American Stanford, I think, and the second is a Bull Terrier. A Bull Terrier that is similar race to Pit Bull, but is very small. But I had other pets a long time ago, which are my preferred dogs are boxer.
So you're a big fan of dogs.
Yes, I like, but after sometimes you are really tired because people give us too much work. It's true.
Yeah, definitely. They do take a lot of work.
Yes, more responsibility, high cost, and so on.
All right, so I think you're going to be happy, Anna. Today we're reading a very short article about an interesting dog. And I put that article in the chat box for you, and I'm about to put it in the Google chat box as well. All right, now it should be in both chat boxes, so you guys can open it yourself or follow along with my screen share. I'm going to put up screen share if it's possible. Ooh. If you guys wouldn't mind, mute yourselves when you're not talking. That way we don't get too much background noise. Let's try this. Can you guys see the article on my screen share?
No, I don't, Micaela.
Aye. Sorry. It's not sensing my other thing. All right, well, I'll just do this then. All right, can you guys see it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to read through this quickly and then have some conversation about it. And the name of the article is Dog Follows Athletes Through Mud and Water and Melts Hearts. So what does it mean if someone melts your heart?
I don't know. Hurts il cuore.
Uh-huh.
Hurt. Yes. Melts.
All right. So if it melts your heart, nobody knows what that means?
I think is when snow melts with hot.
Uh-huh, exactly. So we say melts when we talk about ice cream in hot weather and it's dripping down, or sometimes your chocolate will melt. Those are all different ways we use the verb melt. But when we say melts hearts, it's an expression that means something is very sweet and you kind of have this reaction. It's very endearing and you have this reaction of love. So in the title, they're saying that the dog makes you fall in love with him. He melts your heart. Does that make sense?
More or less, I think that because of dogs are lovely, they are men's friends.
Yeah.
It really mean like they always accompanied his owner in any situation.
Yes. So first let's work with the phrase melts hearts, and then we'll go on to read the article. I'll give you one more example of the phrase being used, and my example is this. It always melts my heart when my baby brother gives me a kiss. So my baby brother gives me a kiss and it melts my heart, meaning I fall in love with him. He's so cute. My baby brother is so cute. Massimo, do you think
Yes.
you could come up with an example sentence for the phrase melts heart or melts my heart?
Yes, with the dog or another example?
Any example you like.
Okay. When I come back in my home in North Italy, and my parents open the door and see me. This situation for me melts hearts.
Excellent. So it melts your heart when you come home to your family house and you meet your parents. Great example. All right, Anna, you want to give it a try as well and use melts hearts in an example sentence?
For example, with dog, when when I come back to my house, my dogs melt hairs when they see me. more or less is the same situation, but with dog. They are really happy when they see that you come back at home. It's true.
Awesome. Great example, guys. And just one word of caution when we use this. If you say melts my heart, it means that it makes you fall in love. But if you say melts hearts, it means that other people are falling in love. So that small change kind of makes a big difference in the meaning. So be careful whether you say melts my heart or melts hearts. All right. Let's get started on our article. We have this cute little picture of 4 extreme sports people and the dog. And the caption underneath the picture says, Team Peak Performance says that after 6 days, they crossed the finish line with 5 members instead of 4 as the 12th top team in the world. Any questions before we begin?
No, no.
Great. Then, Massimo, will you read the first 2 paragraphs for us?
Okay. Okay. After a stray dog in Ecuador met a team of Swedish adventurous athletes, he grew so attached to the squad that he ran for miles and swam along to keep up with them. Now Arthur the dog is world famous, and it all started with a meatball. Sweden's peak performance team was in Ecuador this month to compete in their Adventure Racing World Championship, in which athletes hike, kayak, and bike during a 430-mile endurance race through the Amazonian rainforest. It's the kind of race where athletes try to keep moving day and night. See an example. Just before starting, okay.
Thanks, Massimo. Let's go over a little vocabulary before we go on. In the first paragraph, there's lots of interesting vocabulary. So let's go over squad first. What is a squad? Can anyone give me a definition for that word?
Squad. I don't know.
Squad. I have no idea.
No idea?
No.
All right. A squad is a synonym to a team. So it's a group of people.
The team.
It's similar to a team. Exactly. Usually we say a squad of policemen. Instead of saying a team of policemen, we use squad instead. So maybe it's a little more formal than a team. It's not exactly casual, but it's another word for a group of people.
I have other question. What does meatball mean, please?
Massimo, do you have any idea what the word meatball means?
Meatball, sort. Meatball. No, I don't know. I don't know.
So, Massimo, the translation into Italian would be polpette, I think.
Polpetta. Yeah. Meatball. See, yes.
So, can you describe that for Anna?
Sorry? Can you repeat, please?
So, I don't know the word in Spanish for meatball, but I gave Massimo the word in Italian. So, Massimo, will you describe what a meatball is to Anna now? Describe it in English, of course.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Massimo, tell us what a meatball is.
Yes. Meatball is the little ball of meat. Well, I think meat is okay. Yeah.
So here's a picture of it, just in case we're still in doubt. It's literally a ball of meat, and it's used sometimes as an appetizer or with pasta. Does that make it more clear, Anna?
Yes, but is food for people or for dogs?
It's food for people usually, but in this case, they gave some people food to the dog.
Okay, okay. Huh? It's the first time I heard this word.
All right. Excellent. So, ooh, we have a few more people in class now. Ken, welcome to class. Ooh,
Yes, hello. How are you?
ooh, hold on.
I got a lot of noise.
Yeah. Mohammed, I think that's your audio. If you would mind muting yourself. Hold on. Nope. Okay. So hopefully that fixed it. Mohammed, we would love to hear from you, but we're getting some audio feedback from you. So keep yourself muted either until that's fixed or until you really need to say something. And let me know in the chat box if you're having any problems with your audio. All right. Ken, welcome to class. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing really well. It's been a while since I've been teaching regularly. I feel like I've been out of the world for a while.
Oh, I see. So welcome back.
Thank you very much. And Mohammed, welcome to class as well. All right. Good to have you guys with us. So right now we're reading an article about dogs, and the article is in both chat boxes. So if you guys want to open your own copy, you can click the link in the chat box, and if you want to follow along with us.
Okay.
That was weird. Oops, sorry about that, guys. There was some weird audio stuff happening. All right. So let's continue reading. There's one more word I want to go over before we go on to another section, and it's a phrasal verb. Keep up with them. So keep up with. How about Mohammed? Can you give us a definition for the phrasal verb keep up with?
Keep up.
Hello?
Yeah?
Yes, this is my first time in the class. I just want to follow up with you, and I want to know how it works.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, this is first time for me.
All right, so I'll explain a couple things. First off, it's wonderful to have you in class, and a good way for you to communicate is either by voice, of course, but also by the chat boxes. So try to open one of these chat boxes. You can see that there's the Google chat box or the VerbLink chat box that you can use.
Yes, I found it. Yes.
Great. So that's another way if you're having audio problems that you can communicate with us. And usually we all keep ourselves on mute while we're not talking, just so we don't get too much background noise happening. Other than that, do you have any questions?
No.
All right, sounds good. If you think of any questions, just let me know, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Ken, would you like to define the phrasal verb keep up with?
Probably in this context, follow, to follow, then.
Uh-huh. So follow definitely is a good synonym, but when you follow someone, you sometimes are behind. In the phrase keep up with, we have a slightly different meaning.
Not behind, ahead, probably.
Yeah, kind of. So keep up with means at the same level. Maybe not too far ahead, not too far behind either. So to keep up with means same level.
Okay.
All right. So we're reading a little bit about a dog who went on a crazy voyage with his human friends. And Anna, will you read this paragraph for us, the one right before another picture?
Yes. Just before starting one stage, the teens Michael Lindor made friends with a dog. sharing a meatball with him. Linor thought that would be the end of it, but then the dog followed him and essentially forced his way onto the team.
Thank you very much. And you can read one more paragraph for us below that beautiful picture.
Okay, and the rest of the story is told through photos of the peak performance group's trek, as updates on their Facebook page show the four athletes making their way through mud and rock terrain. And now joined by the dog they named Arthur. And when they had to use kayaks, Arthur swam alongside, refusing to be left behind.
Thank you very much. So let's go over a few vocabulary phrases from this paragraph before talking a little bit about what we read. What does it mean to be left behind? Anyone want to give us a definition to be left behind?
That dogs doesn't want stay far away, more or less far away all of the team.
Exactly. So leave behind is kind of like the opposite of the phrasal verb we saw earlier, to keep up with. It's the opposite of that. And we have one more phrase here that I think is important and kind of academic. Rough terrain. Can anyone explain what rough terrain is? No ideas? Ken, how about you? What's a rough terrain? Oops, dang, Ken's out of class. All right, so I'll explain this one before we go on. Rough terrain. Terrain is another word for earth. So if it's rough terrain, it usually means some kind of natural place that's very difficult to get through, like a mountain maybe or a desert. It's not very easy to survive in those kinds of places because they are rough terrain. Do you guys have any other vocabulary questions from this paragraph or the paragraph before? All right, and we have this really cute picture here. The caption underneath the picture says, Swedish endurance athlete Michael Lindnord managed to get Arthur, a dog his team befriended in Ecuador, to come home with him. So he took the dog home after this huge event. Let's read one more paragraph here, and this time it's Mohammed's turn to read.
Yes. But it's very small. How can I?
Let's see.
Wait. No.
I can put it in the chat box for you. I usually know how to make this bigger, but I'm on a foreign computer, so I'll just put it in the chat box and you can read it from there. Yeah. How's that? Does that work?
Nothing gets appear for me. Okay, I will try. The organization gave the advice not to bring dog Earth out on the last leg. The dog in the kayak didn't seem like a great idea, and the team was going to follow the advice. Mike, Simon, Stephen, and Karen put their kicks down in the water and set off, but Arth refused to be left and started swimming. This was too heartbreaking for the team. I want to see. Heartbreaking for the team. and Michael helped Arthur. I didn't see.
You can't see it?
I know that.
Here. I'm going to put it in the other chat box as well. There you go. So
Yes.
you just have a couple more sentences
Yes,
to
it's
go.
fine now.
Go ahead and finish.
Mike's Simon, Stephen, and Karen put their kicks down in the water and set off, but Arthur refused to be left and started swimming. This was too heartbreaking for the team, and Michael helped Arthur up in the cake. This led to standing ovation from everyone on the shore, seeing the five teammates set off.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Mohammed. Let's talk about vocabulary here. So, how about the phrasal verb set off? They put their kayaks down in the water and set off. What's a synonym to the phrasal verb set off? Anna, any ideas?
Yes, more or less. Set set is like establish on one on one place. Establish it on one place. Set off is probably established out of the kayaks, I think.
So set off is a synonym to start. Great job, Anna. Thanks.
Yes.
How about a standing ovation? Has anyone heard that term before? A standing ovation?
Yes.
What is it?
Kind of people stand up and clap their hands for praising someone or performance.
Exactly. Thanks, Ken, and welcome back.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions from these two paragraphs before we go on?
One moment, please. How the team summed up today. Summed up. Here's how the team summed up that day.
Where is this? Which paragraph?
Third last. Before the organization gave. Yes. Sorry. The sentence in
one.
evidence.
I see.
Yes.
Here's how the team summed up that day. Interesting. We have another phrasal verb there. That's a good thing to go over, to sum up. Does anyone know that phrasal verb already? To sum up?
Yes.
What's a good synonym for that?
Maybe to praise or to show the nice mood or good mood.
I'm not sure that you...
Sorry, I misunderstood. Sum up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about this.
So what's a better synonym for this phrase? Summed up.
Summarize.
Summarize is another way we can say it. What's another synonym? Can anyone give us one more synonym for this? How about to conclude, or to show? It kind of shows the results. This is the whole story broken down into a small piece. So instead of giving every single detail, it's just the main idea and the main things that happened. And in a second, we're going to sum up what we read. So hopefully you guys don't forget that word. We still have a little more to go, but let's take a break for a second and have some conversation. So I'll minimize my screen share, and we'll have a little conversation about animals. I want to know what the most interesting experience is that you guys have had with an animal. And I'll start with Ken. Ken, have you had any interesting experiences with animals?
Interesting experience. This season in the winter time, I was driving through the countryside, and this season the rice field is empty, nothing, just empty land. And me and my friend saw a strange human-like creature in the middle of the rice field. So we stopped the car, and we observed the creature, and we realized, oh, that was a monkey.
What? What kind of monkey?
Kind of wild monkey are living in Japan, so probably the wild monkey in the wintertime, maybe they don't have enough food in the mountain, so they came out to the, how can I say, rice field to searching for foods, probably because it is wild, so we couldn't approach it. We just observe it.
Was it big?
Not big, probably chimpanzee size.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Yeah. Really? I don't know how much big it is, but actually I just watched it in a distance. But one time I heard it appeared in the residential district. Maybe monkey is clever, so some people they know. Some people give it the food, or maybe they might steal the food. I don't know, but yeah, sometimes it appears in the residential area too.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Very interesting. Anna, how about you? An interesting experience you've had with animals?
I can't remember, but we have been, apart from dogs, we have birds, also aquarium.
You have an aquarium?
And yes, a long time ago. Yes, it had 200 liters.
That's huge, right?
Yes, a big, enormous with tropical fish. It was very beautiful, but tropical fish, they are really delicate. Usually died simply died for anything. But a great experience. I don't know. When I was a child, I had a dog with when I was 8 years old. And then my mother told me that we have given up the dog because we moved a flat. She doesn't adopt in a flat because they are really noisy. So then when I was a middle-aged woman, my sons wanted dogs. We had dogs for 20 years, more or less.
Wow, pretty cool. You've got a lot of experience with animals.
But a great experience, I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, thanks for sharing a little bit about what your experience with animals has been. It doesn't have to be one experience. Your ideas were good enough. And
well, sorry. The best experience is a female dog, a female dog had a lot of was pregnant. She had 6 dogs, 6 beautiful dogs many years ago. I remember that it was a great experience, above all for my sons.
Very cool. Thanks for sharing, Anna. Massimo, can you give us a great experience you've had with animals?
But I don't know. In the past, I has had a cats, not the cats. But I remember, yeah, and I remember my cat, the name Mio Mao. I lived in the past in countryside. This cat sleep not in home, but out home, outside the home. And in the night, this cat around of the countryside, and in the morning we open the door, and my cat is wounded. Yes, wounded.
No. Wounded.
Every morning. But this because this cat is fight with another cat. Yes, the wild. This cat is the wild, and I and my girlfriend stroked. Yes, stroked. And one day every week, go in the doctor, to the doctor. Yes, but I love this cat because he's very strong cat. But one morning I opened the doors and the cat is lost. No, this cat is not return. I don't see. No, yes, yes. I don't know.
What do you think happened to him?
Sorry.
What do you think happened to him?
The last time, no, but many years ago. Yes. No, yes, but okay, but this cat give me many little baby cats. Yes. Yes.
Excellent. Very cool. So it was a female cat then, or male?
No, male, but in a house another cat female.
Ah, okay.
Okay, and yes.
They fell in love.
Yes, all son of these cats. Yes, I understand. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing your experience, Massimo. And Mohammed, can you share an experience you've had with animals with us?
Actually, I don't have big experience with animals.
So you have no
But
experience with animals?
I had a dog from long time. And it was with me in home. And my mother has chickens in the roof, roof. And after this, it killed the chicken, and my story finished with this.
Did you enjoy having chickens on your roof, or were they very loud?
Yes.
Loud?
No, it's not loud.
Okay. So they were good pets, and then they were good dinner.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much for sharing, Mohammed. And let's finish up this article. Ken, I'm going to highlight a few paragraphs for you. Will you read these for us?
Okay. Could you enlarge the text a bit, if you can?
Yes. I'm working on a Mac, and I don't know how to do all this stuff anymore. Does anyone know how? Can anyone describe to me how to enlarge the words on a Mac?
In that case, okay, I approach the screen. Sorry, my eye is a bit. Not.
You can press Control plus.
Control what?
Control plus.
Control plus?
Yes. There is minus and plus. Control in the same time.
I'm doing it, but it's not doing anything.
Control plus.
Yeah, I'm trying that.
Okay. Okay, so I read. Yeah.
I'll put it in the chat box. Maybe that will be a little more
F11. You can put F11.
F11?
Yes.
Yes. That's for volume, though.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I
Sorry about that. I'll figure that out after class, and I promise next class we won't have this problem. I put it in the chat box for you, in the Google chat box.
Photos of the devoted dog swimming to stay with his new, new friends led one fan to call the moment magical. The team says that after 6 days, they crossed the finish line with 5 members instead of 4 as the 12th top team in the world. After some uncertainty, Lindenolf managed to work out a way to bring his new best friend back to live with his family in Sweden. He and his teammates opened a PayPal account and mounted a Twitter campaign to raise money to bring Arthur home. They've also had him treated for a nasty wound to his back that he had suffered months before they met in the rainforest.
Thank you very much. And Massimo, will you read the next couple paragraphs that I'm highlighting? Can you see these?
A recent Facebook post thanking people for their help and good wishes, and telling them that Arthur was safe and sound in Sweden, led one fan to write, "Thank you for sharing this story with the world. We need to witness more happy endings and acts of compassion." When we contact the Swedish team to ask how Arthur's doing today, here's what they said. Arthur is the dog quarantine in Stockholm, where he has to be for 120 days before he can go up to Omskonsvik, where they will lie with the Linder family. A team member who visits him today, and there will be more visits during this month. But Arthur also has to be given time to relax and adapt to his new settings.
Thank you very much. So let's talk about a little vocabulary from these last few paragraphs. What does it mean to be safe and sound?
Safe and healthy.
Exactly. Safe and healthy. That's pretty self-explanatory. Any other questions that you guys had on this vocabulary? How about the word devoted in this first paragraph? What does it mean to be a devoted dog?
maybe self-sacrifice or something?
Self-sacrificing, maybe, yeah. Another synonym could be dedicated.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other vocabulary questions before we move on? So we have one more picture, and the caption says, "By the time he arrived in Sweden, Arthur was already famous." All right. End of article. So let's talk a little bit about this article. We're going to sum up the article. I'd like everyone to give maybe one fact or so that they heard of the story, one detail of the story. Mohammed, can you start and give us one detail to sum up this story?
Okay. Leave me in the end.
Okay, I'll leave you at the end, but I think the end is harder because that means that everybody else has already taken the ideas. But if you want to be at the end, that's totally fine with me. Massimo, will you go first then and give us one detail to help us sum up the article that we just read?
No, sorry, I don't understand.
So we're going to sum up, and that was a vocabulary word we talked about earlier. We're going to summarize or talk about the details of this story in general sense. So what did you hear or what did we read about in this article, Massimo?
But you ask me if I understand the sense, the general sense of the story.
Yeah, we're talking about the general sense of the story.
I think yes. Not no whole, but yes. Okay.
So tell us what you read about or what we heard in the report.
Hey, I don't understand. Sorry.
We're going to talk about the general ideas that we heard in this entire article. So in the beginning, they talked about how they met, the dog and the man, and then they talked about the journey they took together, and at the end, they said what happened to Arthur and the team. I want to sum up or summarize what happened in this story. Why don't we start with Ken? Any ideas? Mm-hmm. Can you give us the sentence to help summarize?
Yes, the Swedish kind of athlete team participated in the endurance race in Amazon. And maybe before the race, the one member met the duck, and he shared meatballs with duck, and he thought that's it. It's at the ending of the story. However, duck followed them all through the race. For example, when they on the kayak boat, ducks swarm alongside of the boat. So people were excited about that, and this duck became famous in Sweden over social media.
Excellent. Great summarization. Anna, is there anything else you want to add to that summarization?
Well, it's a bit difficult, but I think that this dog was with the team in all kind of adversities. People really true feel a lot of affection towards a dog. Like him. Finally, one member the team want to carry the dog at his home. Because he really loved this animal.
Awesome. Excellent summary. Does anyone else want to add to our summary or think we left anything out? Massimo, do you want to try to summarize what we were reading?
Okay. The story, the story speak of the dog with the Swedish team in adventures about or through the Amazon in Ecuador, Amazon, yes, but and with the story is the travel in these adventures with the swim in the river through the wood, the Amazon rainforest. Many mile, I think. Yes, 430 mile. Yes. The difficulty is in the river with the dog swim in the water, but the team take this dog and inside of the boat. I think yes. When the team return in Sweden, Arthur, the name of the dog, I think, no. Yes, is very famous dog in the Sweden country. Yes.
Exactly. Okay. Great summarization. Thank you very much, Massimo. And Mohammed, would you like to try to sum up what we read?
No, thank you.
All right. That's totally fine. So, in the last few minutes of class, I have a little game. What we're going to do is we're going to try to find an animal for every letter of the alphabet. So it could be even any living being. Bugs work too. So A could be something like ant, or anteater, or aardvark. These are all different animals that start with the letter A. So now we need an animal for the letter B. Anna, will you do the letter B? Give us an animal that starts with the letter B.
Letter B. But in Spanish, yes, but in English, I don't know.
All right. How about Ken? Can you give us an animal that starts with the letter B?
Buffalo.
Buffalo, that's a great one. Can you guys think of any other animals that start with the letter B? Massimo, how about you? Any B letter animals?
Another animals. I but I want this elephant. Another another animal. I want cats. I want
so now we're doing animals that start with the letter B. We're going to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Right now we're thinking of animals that are in the B. They start with the letter B.
Panda.
Huh?
Panda.
Panda?
Yes.
As in the bear, right? It's a big bear, black and white.
Yes, yes.
That is an excellent animal for our list, but it starts with the letter P, not with the letter B. So it'll be later on in our list. I'll give you guys a couple more for the letter B, and then we're going to go on to the letter C. So for the letter B, other
bear
are, bear, yeah, bear, bamboo,
bear,
baboon, bat, beaver, bird. These are all
bird, yes.
Butterfly.
Butterfly, excellent. Okay, let's go on to the letter C now. Mohammed, can you give us an animal that starts with the letter C?
C. Camel.
Yeah, excellent. Anyone else want to add a letter C animal?
Caterpillar?
Sure, caterpillar is a great one. There's also coyote or crab, cougar. All right, let's do D. Anna, can you think of a letter D animal?
I lost. Totally lost.
So we're going through the alphabet and naming animals that start with different letters.
After that, I have to
Anna, what's your favorite animal?
My favorite is birds, like a canary. Oh, dogs.
Dogs, yes, dogs. Starts with the letter D, right? So that's number one. Can anyone else think of an animal that starts with the letter D?
Deer.
Deer, perfect. Maybe dolphin or duck. All right. And if you guys are still a little confused or feel like you don't have good answers, there's a lot of animals that you can find online. And maybe you can play this game with your friends. You can start sounding really smart. I'll put this link in the chat box for you guys because it's a link to alphabetical animal names.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys have any other comments or questions before we finish up today?
No.
No,
Oh.
I don't have
Thank
questions.
you.
Thank
I
you
don't
guys
have
so
any
much for being
question.
here to talk with me, and I hope to see you all again soon.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.